What's going on, everybody? It's your homeboy Cable Line Never Care. Chilling out, Max, now doing my thing. Alright, y'all. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about we have lost an icon. We have lost one of the greats. Muhammad Ali has just been pronounced dead at 74. Yes. Now, Muhammad Ali, three-time heavyweight boxing champion, who was most notably had a controversial, I'll say, set against him because of the whole Vietnam thing. Basically, he did not want to go to the Vietnam War. He said that them people aren't bothering me, so I do not want to bother them, and it was a big problem because of it. All right, now I know you're wondering, how did he die? Let's get into this. Now, the cause of death isn't yet released. The legendary boxer had been hospitalized with serious breathing and respiratory issue. Ali was fighting for his life, and by early Friday, four of Ali's seven children were already at his bedside in the hospital. Doctors talked about transferring him to a different part of the hospital after he arrived, but it was decided that moving him would be far too dangerous. Ali was on life support due to a breathing problem. Now, Parkinson's is a progressive disorder that gradually, at first, is just a slight tumor in one hand, but it progresses over time and can cause the face to to show little expression, lack of swinging in the arms, slurred speech, and a shuffling gait. Now, this is caused because certain neurons in the brain break down or die. Patients lose neurons that produce dopamine. Although breathing issues aren't among the chief symptoms listed by the Mayo Clinic, the slow stiffening of muscles can contribute to breathing problems. It also causes difficulty to cough or swallow. This can put patients at risk of developing aspiration phenomena, which occurs when food or liquid ends up in lungs instead of being swallowed properly. In addition, rigid core muscles may impede the inflation and deflation of the lungs. At this point, it's not known what exactly, the breathing problem with Ali was having, but only Parkinson's may have made it worse. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. Let's get into the biography of this guy. Talk about some little facts of it. All right. Now, for one, he was born January 17, 1942. Ali learned how to box after his bicycle was stolen when he was 12 years old. When young Clay vowed to whoop the behind of the thief, a local police officer encouraged him to learn to box to channel his energy. He would go to become known as the greatest, and at his peak in the 1970s was among the most recognizable faces on earth. He was known for his tendency to recite poems while making predictions about his fights. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I know you guys heard about that. Yes, that's him. That's him. Now, the hands can't hit what the eyes can't see, as well as giving opponents often unflattering nicknames. He referred to Sonny Liston as Big Ugly Bear, George Cultivo as the Washerman, and Floyd Patterson as the Rabbit, Ernie Shavers as Acorn. Now, Ali prepared to meet Frazier for a third time in the Philippines October 1st, 1975. He frequently carried out a toy rubber gorilla with him. Yes, he carried out a toy rubber gorilla with him. At one of the press conferences, he pulled the gorilla out of his pocket and began punching it. He said, "I'm gonna be a killer, a thriller, a chiller when I get to meet the gorilla in Manila." I swear this dude is hilarious, man. He was one of the greatest. God, man, it's so sad that he's gone. Damn, I would have loved, even at his 70, I know he was strong as hell. I would love for him to give me some pointers about, my overall fighting stances. I would have loved that. I would love for him just to tell me anything, and I'll never get the chance. Now, Ali was at the peak of his professional powers after knocking out Zora Fawley in New York on March 2nd, 1967. Now, he also converted to Islam as well. I believe he converted to Islam in 1964 after the first of his two wins over Liston, and changed his name from Cassius Clay. He said Islam was a religion of peace and that had no desire to engage in combat with those who done him or his family no harm. This went all down the height of the civil rights movement. Shoot him for what? Ali said in an interview. They never called me, the N word. They never lynched me. They never put dogs on me. They didn't rob me of my nationality, rape or kill my mother or father. What do I want to shoot them for? What do I want to go shoot them? Poor little people and babies, children, and women. How can I shoot them? Just take me to jail. That's what he said when they tried to get him to go to war. He would not go over there to hurt them people. He was a good hearted guy. He went on trial for it in June 20th, 1967. The jury deliberated for only 21 minutes before finding him guilty. He faced a fine of $10,000, 5 years in jail, and his passport taken. He was stripped of the crown and deprived from making a living, but he wasn't silenced. Ali would go on to lecture circuit, speaking to colleges for as little as 15,000 or as much as 10,000. He desperately needed money because he wasn't making a lot after being stripped, and he was paying an expensive team of attorneys. As conscious of his image, Ali joked in one interview that he couldn't allow people to see his car. Now, this is really shameful. The guy really was amazing. The reason why, he really struggled at the end was because he didn't want to go fight. He really did not want to go and hurt people that didn't do wrong to him. That's understandable. I mean, that's understandable. Literally. Now, Ali was amazing. Oh my god, I used to watch old boxing freaking movies of him. I mean, not movies, boxing clips of him. Man, just the amount of speed, his reflexes, the way he dodged each punch. I wish I could have. I really wish I could have asked him. Man, I wish I could have asked him what could I have done better. Like, how's my stance? How's each punch I do? Told him what type of training I do. Asked him for any tips. I could have. Man, I'll never get a chance. One of the greatest icons on earth. And the only reason that he lost the crown was just because he didn't want to go over there and hurt people. He did not want to go over there and kill women and children. Like, wow, he was really a bad guy for that. Like, seriously? And I thought I was evil. Now, people were all mad at him because of it, but the thing is, he's right. Like, the wars that you go fight, literally, you're not fighting for freedom. We already have freedom over here. It's not like anybody's coming over to invade. You're going there to fight for government interests. That's it. He wasn't about to do that. Now, the Supreme Court will reverse Ali's conviction in a 1971 by an 8-0 vote, but by then Ali was already back in the ring. He actually returned from exile in 1970. Georgia didn't have an athletic commission, and so he wasn't banned there. He faced Jerry Corey October 26 in Atlanta, a fight Ali won via the third round. After one more fight, a knockout of Oscar in the 15th round, Ali was ready to face the undefeated Frazier. Alright guys, thanks again for watching this Big Cable Line Network here. Go check out some of his old fight clips on YouTube. Go buy them on DVDs. Support his family. My prayers to his family. Seriously, man, I know they got me going through a lot. We lost a great man. Rest in peace, bro. Rest in peace.